So how does a gay student, how does a gay person, a gay guy make a straight student come in his pants without even touching him? Today we're going to break down this wild story. And just to be clear, I found this on Reddit in the Gays Gone Wild Stories. It's from funny_strength 1408, so I just want to give credit where credit is due. But anyway, if you want to learn how to do this yourself, you can get a dirty talk book. You can learn how to talk dirty and how to seduce your partners into doing these kind of things. And you can find that on Amazon. You can get it either through the video description or through the pinned comment, so look into that. Anyway, I'll start with the story. Quite a few summers ago, when living in London, I was in my mid-20s at the time. I matched on Bumble BFF with a straight student, early 20s, who was studying at Cambridge University. He had been in London for the day, but by the time we had started chatting, he was on the late-night 1-hour train back to Cambridge. As we were talking, it became clear that he was a little bit bicurious, so I steered the conversation to be more sexual, complimenting his looks, asking him what he was curious about, telling him about what I wanted to do. I could tell he was getting really into it. So as I was approaching his stop, he said, "You've got to stop being so sexual. Send me a picture." When one pinged through, it was clear he was having trouble hiding his junk with what appeared to be the beginnings of a wet spot. Naturally, far from backing off, I went into overdrive, complimenting his junk down there, saying how sexy he was. Does it turn you on like that people might see you, or are you embarrassed? I don't know, a bit of both. He gets to the station, hustles to the taxi rank, and jumps in a taxi back to his college. I decide to see how far I can push this, so he seems to be riding the wave between anxiety and excitement. I had some experience in the exotic hypnosis community before and start to guide him to where I want to be. Again, if you want to get a book on how you can do this kind of stuff yourself and how you can seduce your partners, you can find that in the description link below or in the pinned comment. On with the story. Are you still hard? Yes, man. Still leaking? Yes. Are you enjoying this feeling? Yes. Do you want me to get you more horny? Yes. See if you can get a bit more flowing by squeezing the muscles that contract when you orgasm. Imagine the pre-cum starting to flow out with each squeeze. Squeeze about once per second. Haha, okay. Just keep doing that. Feels good, doesn't it? Ha. Yes, it does. Can you feel more pre-cum coming out? Yeah, I just got a huge drip. Good boy, that's great. He tells me the wet spot is getting better. Are you enjoying pleasing me? Yes, it feels good. How horny are you right now? Extremely. Out of 10? 10 for sure. Do you want to finish? Yes. How much further do you have in the taxi? Maybe 5 minutes. I then encouraged him to start squeezing faster, more like the speed of when he is orgasming and to keep his breath shallow. He says he is feeling close to an orgasm. Imagine how good it will all feel just to flow out, I say. Just keep squeezing. I can tell he is super close. The messages are coming thick and fast. I'm repeating the encouragements over and over like a mantra. Intoxicating. Feels good to please me, doesn't it? To which he would always reply, yes. He tells me that he is super close and feels breathless. He goes quiet for a moment, and then he texts me to say that he just came in his pants hands-free. That it's a huge mess. Then he let out a sigh when he did, and his driver looked at him strangely in the mirror. He sends a pic, which is hard to make out in the dim light. You can see a huge puddle in his pants. He comes down from his high pretty quickly and goes into more of a panic as the taxi driver drops him off at his college. He texts me 5 minutes later, saying he was back in his room and he had to run past people he knew to get there, his hands covering his shorts as best as he could. I love the visual of this. How was the orgasm? Intense, mate. I never experienced anything like that. And did you enjoy the humiliation of it? Huh, not sure, maybe. We'll sleep and get back to it on you. We slept on it, but in the morning he had unmatched me. Maybe he will stick to women after all. So I think this is a super interesting, super sexy story. Like, I've never heard of anything like this. And, like, what great erotic hypnosis. Like, I wish I could learn how to have this kind of effect on people. But anyway, if you're interested in learning to do this kind of stuff yourself, pick up the dirty talking book so you can learn how to talk dirty. And I don't know if you'll get to learn how to do this exact thing, but get your partner to do this kind of stuff, which you can find in the description, in the video description, and in the pinned comment below. And please give this video a like if you liked it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.